Fist Bowl of 2023 event by Colton Dennis. The crowd is cheering. Hello everyone and welcome to another night for wrestling. I hope you've been doing well. How about you, my friend? Asked announcer number 4. Well, after last night, we lost the Transcontinental Championship back to Hatred Slam. And I'm so disappointed in the competitors that were eliminated, said announcer number 5. Well, they tried their best, which is what counts. But tonight, we get that momentum back. Because tonight Sorcerer defends his title inside the demonic cell. And I guarantee we'll have the last laugh tonight, said announcer number 4. I hope so, said announcer number 5. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Is a triple threat match for the Milky Way Championship. And is inside the demonic cell. Introducing the challengers first, representing Hatred Slam, Magician. Next, representing Blood Rumble, Razor. And their opponent, representing the Wild Bowl. He is the Milky Way champion, the Sorcerer, said announcer number 6. The Sorcerer raises his title, then hands it to referee number 1. Referee number 1 raises the title, walks towards the ropes, then hands it to man number 1. Man number 1 walks out of the cell door. The cell door shuts, then it locks. Bell dings. All three are looking at each other. Razor kicks Magician's stomach, then punches him. Magician falls onto the mat. Razor goes to punch the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer blocks, then punches Razor. Razor groans, then walks away. The Sorcerer approaches Razor. Razor knees the Sorcerer's stomach. The Sorcerer groans. Razor chops the Sorcerer's chest. The Sorcerer groans, then walks towards the corner. Razor approaches the Sorcerer, then continuously kicks him. The Sorcerer slides down the corner. Razor is taking it right to the champion, said announcer number 4. Razor puts his knee into the Sorcerer's face. The Sorcerer is groaning. Magician stands up, runs, jumps at Razor, then does a corner body splash onto him. Razor groans, then falls onto his knees. Nice move by Magician, said announcer number 5. Magician picks Razor up, then chops his chest. Razor groans, then walks along the ropes. Magician grabs Razor, bounces him off of the ropes, then dropkicks him. Razor groans, then holds his mouth. Magician pushes Razor onto the mat, then covers him. 1, 2. Razor kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Magician almost became champion there, said announcer number 4. Magician stands up, picks Razor up, then lifts him onto his right shoulder. Razor is squirming, then lands onto his feet behind Magician. Magician turns around. Razor kicks Magician's stomach, grabs his head, then runs towards the ropes. Magician goes through the middle rope, lands onto the floor, then he groans. Razor sends Magician outside of the ring, said announcer number 5. Razor turns around, sees the Sorcerer standing up in the corner, then runs at him. The Sorcerer boots Razor. Razor groans, then walks backwards. The Sorcerer jumps onto the second rope, looks at Razor, leaps off of it, then does a diving clothesline onto him. Razor groans. What a diving clothesline that was, said announcer number 4. Both Razor and the Sorcerer stand up. Razor goes to punch the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer ducks. Razor turns around. The Sorcerer kicks Razor's stomach, grabs his left arm, then twists it. Razor groans. The Sorcerer walks towards the corner, then jumps onto the second rope. What is Sorcerer thinking here? Asked announcer number 5. The Sorcerer climbs onto the top rope. Magician climbs onto the ledge of the ring, then shakes the top rope. The Sorcerer falls onto the top turnbuckle, then he groans. Oh man, that's not a good place to land, said announcer number 4. Magician climbs up the turnbuckle, then hits the Sorcerer's back. The Sorcerer groans. Razor looks up at both Magician and the Sorcerer, then punches them. This ain't a good situation right here, said announcer number 5. Razor continuously punches both Magician and the Sorcerer. Both Magician and the Sorcerer are continuously groaning. Razor climbs onto the second rope. What does Razor have in mind here? Asked announcer number 4. Razor sets both Magician and the Sorcerer up for a suplex. He wants to suplex both men off the top, said announcer number 5. That is very dangerous, said announcer number 4. Razor nods his head, then suplexes both Magician and the Sorcerer off the top turnbuckle. All three land onto the mat, then they groan. Oh man, I think that took Razor out too, said announcer number 5. That's a long fall for anyone, said announcer number 4. Razor is slowly moving, crawls towards Magician, then puts his left arm onto him. 1, 2. Magician kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Magician was able to kick out somehow, said announcer number 5. Razor crawls towards the Sorcerer, then hooks his right leg. 1, 2. The Sorcerer kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Sorcerer kicks out this time, said announcer number 4. I don't know how they both kicked out. That was a hard suplex, said announcer number 5. It was their spirit, said announcer number 4. Razor stands up, picks Magician up, then sets him up for a powerbomb. Here comes Razor Blade, said announcer number 5. Razor lifts Magician onto his right shoulder, grabs underneath his arms, then lifts him over his head. The sorcerer stands up, then kicks Razor's stomach. Razor groans, then drops Magician. Sorcerer stops Razor, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer chops Razor's chest. Razor groans, then walks away. The sorcerer approaches Razor, bounces him off of the ropes, then does a back elbow onto him. Razor falls onto the mat, then he groans. The sorcerer covers Razor. 1, 2. Razor kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Sorcerer almost retained there, said announcer number 5. The sorcerer stands up, then holds up his right hand. Is sorcerer gonna try for a choke slam? Asked announcer number 4. Looks like it, said announcer number 5. Razor stands up, then turns around. The sorcerer grabs Razor by his throat, then goes to lift him. Razor elbows the sorcerer's right side of his head. The sorcerer is groaning, then breaks the hold. Razor grabs the sorcerer's head, runs, then throws him over the top rope. The sorcerer lands onto the floor, then he groans. Razor sends sorcerer outside of the ring, said announcer number 4. Razor is standing next to the ropes. Magician runs up behind Razor, then rolls him up. 1, 2. Razor kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Magician almost won the match again, said announcer number 5. Both Magician and Razor stand up. Razor clotheslines Magician hard. Magician is laying motionless on the mat. What a clothesline that was. Razor almost took off Magician's head, said announcer number 4. Razor is kneeling next to Magician, stands up, picks him up, then sets him up for a powerbomb. Razor's gonna try for it again, said announcer number 5. Razor lifts Magician onto his right shoulder, grabs underneath his arms, lifts him, then does a sit-out powerbomb onto him. Will this be it? Asked announcer number 4. 1, 2, said referee number 1. The sorcerer pulls referee number 1 outside of the ring, then punches him. Well, that's one way to stop the count, said announcer number 5. Razor looks at the sorcerer, rolls outside of the ring, then approaches him. The sorcerer goes to punch Razor. Razor blocks, then punches the sorcerer. The sorcerer groans, then walks away. Razor follows the sorcerer. The sorcerer goes around the corner of the ring. Razor approaches the sorcerer. The sorcerer kicks Razor's stomach. Razor groans. The sorcerer grabs Razor's head, then bounces him off of the cell wall. Razor groans, then falls onto the floor. Sorcerer just sent Razor into the cell wall. And his back is gonna be sore later, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer is kicking Razor. Razor is groaning. The sorcerer holds out his arms. The crowd is booing. Ah, who asked you anyway? Asked the sorcerer. Magician stands up inside of the ring, runs, then drop kicks the sorcerer's back. The sorcerer goes face first into the cell wall. Oh, sorcerer just went face first onto the cell wall. I won't be surprised if he's busted open, said announcer number 5. Magician rolls outside of the ring, stands up, picks the sorcerer up, then throws him into the ring. The sorcerer stops rolling. Magician climbs onto the ledge of the ring, goes up the turnbuckle, gets to the top of it, then looks down at the sorcerer. What is Magician thinking here? Asked announcer number 4. Magician jumps off the top turnbuckle, then does an elbow drop onto the sorcerer. The sorcerer groans. What an elbow drop to sorcerer heart, said announcer number 5. Magician covers the sorcerer. The crowd chants, 1, 2, 3. Magician would be the champion. If the ref wasn't knocked out, said announcer number 4. Magician stands up, walks towards the ropes, then sees referee number 1 laying on the floor. Magician now sees that the ref is out, said announcer number 5. Magician turns around, then waves. Come on, I need another ref, said Magician. Referee number 2 runs down the ramp. Man number 2 unlocks the cell door. The cell door opens. Referee number 2 goes through the cell door, then slides into the ring. Magician covers the sorcerer. 1, 2. The sorcerer kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Oh man, Magician waited too long for another referee, said announcer number 4. Magician stands up, rolls the sorcerer onto his stomach, stands over him, then locks in a camel clutch onto him. The sorcerer is groaning. Will Magician get sorcerer to tap out? Asked announcer number 5. Magician tightens the submission. The sorcerer continues groaning. Razor slides into the ring, stands up, then boots Magician in the back of his head. Magician groans, then he falls onto the mat. Razor saves the match, said announcer number 4. Razor continuously kicking both Magician and the sorcerer. Both magician and the sorcerer are continuously groaning. Razor has definitely taken over this match, said announcer number 5. Razor picks the sorcerer up, then whips him into the corner. The sorcerer groans. Razor runs at the sorcerer, then does a corner clotheslines onto him. The sorcerer groans, then falls onto the mat. What a corner clothesline by Razor, said announcer number 4. Razor turns around. Magician slowly stands up, then turns around. Razor lifts magician over his head. Look at the strength of Razor, said announcer number 5. Razor continues holding magician over his head, then turns around. The sorcerer stands up. Razor throws magician onto the sorcerer. Magician lands onto the sorcerer, then hooks his left leg. 1, 2. Razor kicks magician's back. 2, said referee number 2. That was almost a bad idea by Razor, said announcer number 4. Razor picks magician up, then chops his chest. Magician groans, then walks away. Razor approaches magician, then kicks his stomach. Magician groans, then leans against the ropes. Razor bounces magician off of the ropes, then bends over. Magician kicks Razor's chest. Razor groans, then stands up. Magician bounces off of the ropes again, then runs at Razor. Razor sidesteps magician, then throws him over the top rope. Magician lands onto the ledge of the ring. Razor thinks he sent magician onto the floor, said announcer number 5. Razor turns around, then runs at magician. Magician moves left on the ledge of the ring. Razor's torso goes through the middle ropes. Magician kicks Razor's chest. Razor groans. Magician does a knee lift onto Razor. Razor groans again, then stands up in the ring. The sorcerer grabs Razor by his throat, lifts him up, then chokeslams him. What a chokeslam by sorcerer, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer runs at magician, then punches him. Magician falls onto the ledge of the ring. Nice thinking by sorcerer. Making sure magician is out, said announcer number 5. The sorcerer turns around, then crouches. Sorcerer has an idea in mind, said announcer number 4. Razor slowly stands up, then turns around. The sorcerer lifts Razor, then does a reverse vertical piledriver onto him. That was a unique move by sorcerer, said announcer number 5. Almost like the legendary Undertaker's tombstone piledriver, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer covers Razor. 1, 2. Magician lands onto the sorcerer. 2, said referee number 2. Magician breaks it up, said announcer number 5. Both magician and the sorcerer stand up, then start punching each other. Here comes a fist fight, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer goes to punch magician. Magician ducks, wraps the sorcerer's arms, then does a back slide onto him. 1, 2. The sorcerer kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Almost another close call for magician, said announcer number 5. Both magician and the sorcerer stand up. The sorcerer grabs magician by his throat. Magician gasps, then kicks the sorcerer's stomach. The sorcerer groans, then lets go of magician. Magician punches the sorcerer a few times, runs, then bounces off of the ropes. The sorcerer boots magician. Magician falls onto the mat, then he groans. What a boot by sorcerer, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer picks magician up, twists his right arm, walks towards the corner, then climbs onto the second rope. Here we go again. Sorcerer tried this at the beginning of the match, said announcer number 5. The sorcerer walks along the top rope, jumps off of it, then hits magician's right arm. Magician falls onto the mat, then he groans. Nice balance by sorcerer, said announcer number 4. Razor stands up, then goes to punch the sorcerer. The sorcerer ducks. Razor turns around. The sorcerer grabs Razor by his throat. Razor gasps, then elbows the sorcerer's right side of his head. The sorcerer groans, then squeezes his grip. Razor falls onto his knees. The sorcerer stands Razor up, lifts him up, then chokeslams him again. Razor groans, then rolls outside of the ring. There goes Razor outside of the ring, said announcer number 5. The sorcerer turns around. Magician slowly stands up. The sorcerer lifts magician onto his right shoulder. Magician's legs hit referee number 2's head. Referee number 2 falls onto the mat. The sorcerer is holding magician, then does a reverse vertical piledriver onto him. Magician could be out, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer covers magician. But there's no ref again, said announcer number 5. The sorcerer looks at referee number 2, stands up, then kneels next to him. Come on ref, get up. Hey ref, said the sorcerer. Sorcerer doesn't realize he accidentally did it when he lifted magician onto his shoulder, said announcer number 4. The sorcerer is looking around. Referee number 1 slowly pulls himself up. Hey ref, in here, yelled the sorcerer. Referee number 1 slides into the ring. The sorcerer covers magician. 1, 2, said referee number 1. Razor pulls referee number 1 outside of the ring, then punches him. Just like what Sorcerer did. Razor just paid him back for it, said announcer number 5. Razor slides into the ring then stands up. Both Razor and the Sorcerer start punching each other. Razor knees the Sorcerer's stomach. The Sorcerer groans then bends over. Razor sets the Sorcerer up for a powerbomb, lifts him onto his left shoulder, grabs underneath his arms then lifts him up. The Sorcerer is squirming then lands onto his feet behind Razor. Razor turns around. The Sorcerer kicks Razor in his testicles. Razor groans then falls onto his knees. That'll stop anyone in their tracks, said announcer number 4. The Sorcerer picks Razor up then runs towards the corner. Razor's left shoulder goes into the ring post, he groans then lands onto the ledge of the ring. The Sorcerer pushes Razor off the ledge of the ring with his feet. Razor lands onto the floor. There goes Razor, said announcer number 5. The Sorcerer turns around. Magician slowly stands up then turns around. The Sorcerer lifts Magician into his right shoulder. Magician is squirming, lands onto his feet behind the Sorcerer, wraps his hands around his waist, runs towards the ropes, bounces off of them, rolls him up then does a bridged German suplex. What a move by Magician, said announcer number 4. The ref's stirring, said announcer number 5. Referee number 2 looks at Magician and the Sorcerer then crawls. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Bell dings. Here's your winner and the new Milky Way champion, Magician, said announcer number 6. Magician has done it. He has won his very first ever top championship, said announcer number 4. I'm shocked. But I'm also glad. And disappointed. Because now, we don't have the Milky Way championship or the XY championship. We lost our top titles to different shows, said announcer number 5. Well, this match was amazing. It could have gone either way, really. Don't be upset. We still have time to get it back, said announcer number 4. I hope so, said announcer number 5. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed yourself. We want you all to stay safe out there. And have a great evening, said announcer number 4. See ya again, guys, said announcer number 5. Magician raises the title. The crowd is cheering. The end.